Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode playthrough. Today I'm just kind of looking ahead to where I want to be going. Now obviously the end goal here is to finish the bragging rights page, which is all the creative items and infinity armor and all the crazy weapons. So as I was looking at this, obviously this is, you need to unlock Draconic, Environmental Stack, Ender IO, and all that. And then this entire page actually begins with the Creative RF. And then you go from there, like Creative EU requires that, and so on and so forth. These obviously aren't gated right behind it, but so if we look at the creative power cell, obviously it's this huge ultimate crafting recipe. And if we look at it, there's a couple things. A lot of it's just a lot of like power cells and stuff. Just a lot of resources. Although I haven't. Ultimate ingots, luminescence, black iron slate. But the one thing I did notice is I'm going to need pellets of RTG fuel. And I need, what is it, 4 of those? At least. Yeah, so I need 4 for one of these, and then obviously I need 4 more for creative vending upgrades, and once you get those you can get as many as you want. But to get the RTG fuel, I'm going to need plutonium, and to get the plutonium, the best way is from, I think, Mox. Is it Mox? Yeah, depleted Mox in a thermal centrifuge. Or yeah, or the uranium. So probably uranium. I'm going to start with uranium at least, because the Mox fuel requires 27 of those tiny piles anyway to get the rod. So yeah, we're gonna need to get into nuclear reactors, and I would like to do that sooner than later, just to kind of get that going. We take a look at this dense lead plates, not too bad. Vent circuit, no problem. Reactor chamber, basic machine casings, which easy enough. Generator, all this stuff is relatively easy, but I do need to get some lead going for that, and I only have 2 lead, so that's not going to work with that. So I was just smelting up some of my things here. Now lead, just take a look which, not World Gen, it's about 25, so yeah, I don't go that low usually, so that's probably the reason why I don't have a lot of lead. But the question is, where am I going to put this reactor? I see you down there. Because they do have a chance to blow up if I screw up the heating, which if you have the right setup in the reactor, they won't blow up. But Oh, there's Enderman. I don't have any Enderpearls, I don't think. Yeah, no Enderpearls. Okay, so let me go farm up a bunch of resources here, because I also need all the heat things, like the overclock heat vents and all this stuff, and these all require gold and lots of copper, iron. So yeah, lots of things. But I think I'm just gonna have like a small reactor. I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy big, and I'll just have it running for a long time because we're nowhere near getting creative stuff. Obviously, I just want to get it started. Yeah. Did he just? He just opened the door. That was funny. Landed on that and opened the door. Alright, so I will be back. Alright, while that is smelting up, I got a bunch of lead and gold. I don't even know if I got enough, but I decided I need to, because I have tons of different ingots and I had them all mixed up in here and it was getting kind of crazy, and I've sorted out my chests a little bit here. But I need to, I think I'm going to do crates. Now I can actually do the middle one because void crystals are just coal and the, yeah, empowered. Yeah, I can't do that. So I can actually do the middle ones, I think. So wood casings need impregnated sticks treated, and then the wood. How about we get 2 of those? So we'll do 4 of these. And then, did I leave? Right. Let's do, and there is my creosote. Alright, so there is 4 wood casings, and then these chests it needs. Now, it does need quite a few chests, actually, so see, it needs 2 crafts each. So looks like I'm like low on, just need regular chests. Yeah, I'm like out of wood again. Oh, I needed 8 chests. I don't think I have enough wood for all that. Anyway, I'll put these, I'll make those as I need them. So this needs 8. And then this is 9. So I need, what is that, 70? Well, that was weird. Yeah, I need 72 coal. Well, let's do 64 at once. I don't even know. That it will. I know, like, the nether quartz to prismarine, it won't do many at once. Alright, so there is the medium storage crates. I just had a thought. Is this like a thing? Okay, it doesn't look like the chests are a thing in the quests. Alright, but anyway, so let's just plop that there, I guess, and then maybe one over here. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but there we go. So that is much better. I'm going to leave this here just for like little parts, crafting parts. But I think having all this stuff in its own separate, it's not really an ingot, but it kind of looks like it. Oh, there's another chest. Alright. So yeah. Alright, anyway, so back to the nuclear reactor. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm not going to have anywhere near enough lead here. Because the reactor itself, it's 36, and then these, yeah. So totally miscalculated the amount of lead I had. Alright, so as I was farming up some more materials here, I was noticing that lead is not the easiest thing in the world to find. It only spawns in like chunks of 2 or 3. So I thought, what happens if I get this? In the very getting started, there is a scanner that used to scan for nearby points of interest, and I thought maybe we could craft this and see if we can use it to find some lead, because it's definitely taking quite a while here, as we can see how much gold and iron and everything I've found. But so yeah, let's take a look at scanner recipe. Very easy here. So let's just get some gold, and then what else we got? Iron bars. I don't know if I have iron bars. I don't think I do. And yeah, it's just that recipe, which is good. Actually, we'll throw that in there. Another quartz. And a redstone. Oop. 2 more iron. Alright, so there is our scanner, but the problem is I don't think I have any way to... I don't have any like a charger or anything, do I? Once if I like throw it in here, I doubt this is going to charge now. Lots of latex. Yeah, so I don't have any way to charge this. So I think I'm going to do... From mechanism, there is the basic energy cube, which is relatively easy to craft, I think. Now, these are just redstone and iron, right? I don't know, we'll put 32 in there, and then how about I just do 32, since I have tons of iron now. Why don't I just make 32 of these all at once? Alright, I have a decent amount of lead, but I know it's not even close to being enough, so... Alright, so... First of all, we're gonna need... Do I have any of these? I don't think I have any of these. There's lots of osmium and steel, and I actually have a reinforced blast brick right there. Man, I'm running low on steel. I gotta go throw some steel in the... Let me go throw it in there while I remember. In the blast furnace. I gotta automate this, because it only does about 5 or 6 and then fills up with creosote. Alright, and then the last thing I need is osmium. And I actually crafted up a bunch of osmium as well. Or mined up a bunch of osmium. Alright, so energy cubes. I only need 2 of these, right? I don't think there's any other way to charge this stuff. I don't even know if this is actually going to work now that I'm thinking about it. Hopefully it works. Alright, so I need 2 of these and you get just 1 each. So I need 4 of those. Oh, I need a couple copper. Let's forget how this works. Alright, so there's those. And you know what? I think I can actually smelt these in this, can't I? Yeah. It feels so cheaty running it off RF, especially with all these upgrades in it, but hey, why not? Alright. And actually, I could probably... I think the macerator will work, won't it? Maybe not. I don't know. Does that smelt down into an ingot? Alright, it does. So let's just throw those in. I so rarely use the IC2 machines, but they are actually, like, if you run them off RF, they're actually pretty quick. I mean, that's so much quicker than the other ones. I need to upgrade my mech machines, though. They would run much quicker if I did. Actually, don't I need like 2 of these? Couple iron. Yeah, I put all my iron in the the blast furnace outside. Alright. So hopefully... Oh, I had iron right there, I didn't even see it. I think I'll be able to charge in this. Not entirely sure, to be honest. Let's throw it down, maybe, I don't know, for now. Can I put this in it? I think I can charge this, so we will see if this works, and if not, oh well. I'm just thinking, there's cables under here, isn't there? Why don't I stick it in the floor right there? I should have it. Oh, I'm not gonna. I should have it like going into this and then using this as the buffer. Actually, that buffer's bigger, so just kidding. Oh, so there we go. It does work. With charging. If there's another way to get charging, I don't know, because the only other things I could think of were the energetic infuser, which requires way more stuff than actually I could no, because I need this, so I can't get that. And then the Ender IO one, which is the wired charger. Simple wired charger needs the electrical steel, which I don't have yet. Alright, but anyway, so we have the scanner. I don't really know how this works, to be honest. Alright, so what is this? Blank scanner module range, increases the range of scans, detects rare ores, use on a block to configure the module. I'm assuming I could probably use this one. So what does this take? Any green, clay, redstone. It's easy. Don't I have cactus? Do I just smelt it, or can I pulped biomass? Alright, so I just have to smelt that. Some clay. One of those and one of those. Oh, didn't I get? I thought I got 4 clay. Alright, so a block manual or module, yeah. So just any stone. Can you change these once you set it? I don't know if you can. We will find out. Alright, so there is use on a block to configure the module. And I think did I do all of yeah, I think I did all my lead. Let's see if it works on something else. So like osmium. I put down osmium. Use on block to configure. Alright, so yeah, it's configured to osmium. And put that in there. Wow, that's really cool. And there is the osmium. Alright, so I'm going to I used 250, so that's actually not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go down and find a bunch of lead using my scanning tool. And actually that should have completed that. Alright. And then I will be back with the lead. Alright, while scanning I actually managed to find kind of like a large, looks like tin. And in there is a bunch of lead, so that's how I managed to find that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Just thought I'd kind of show. off one of these large veins. Yeah, these things are quite large. Alright, so I smelted up a bunch of my lead here. So let's go ahead and build this reactor. So what do we need? So first we're going to need this 4 each. So you get 2 of these. So I need to do 2 of these crafts. So I need 8 dense lead plates. So I need 12 dense lead plates. And it's 9 each. So that is what, 100 and something? So I'll just go ahead and throw those in. I think it's 108. I think that's 108. Alright, so that's there. This is easy enough. 1 of those, 4 of those. Got that. Now it's generate. Didn't I actually make a generator that I'm not using anymore? I did. Convenience. Just put some of this stuff away. So I can find the stuff in my bags. Actually, I'm going to put that in there. Alright, so there is the generator. That. And then basic machine casings, I need 2. That, I already have them. Alright, and then these, I think it's just a compressor, right? Yeah. And we are going to borrow these. So that quest that gave us 8 of these was pretty nice, I must say. Quite like that reward. So let's craft 4 of these. Of course you have to craft 4 and you only need 3 in the recipe, so now I have an extra reactor chamber. Alright, but there is the nuclear reactor. Question is, where am I going to run this? Because, you know, having a nuclear reactor right in the middle of your base, not so great. But I don't plan on using... I don't think I'm going to do with the 6 chambers. I think I'm just going to use it with the 3. And then I will just have it running kind of constantly. The only problem is I do feel like I'm kind of wasting... I'm just wasting energy here, but... I guess it's not going to be producing that much anyway. So now they're uranium. This is a question. So I'll probably just use the small ones. Right. So I'm going to have to get a fluid canning machine. Or solid canning machine, it doesn't matter which one. These are just iron plates and the fuel rods, and I think you do get these back. When they're depleted, just let me check this really quick. Yeah, you get the 1 iron back. So that's cool. Now, canning machine. Easier. I can actually do that right now, can't I? What is this? Does this need like dense? It does. It needs 36. And then 4 aluminum, I think, isn't it? I'll remember how to craft these. Eventually. I think you can actually do all these things with UU matter. I believe I've read somewhere. I don't know where I read that. I might have seen it in a comment somewhere in another video. But we will try to see if we can craft those with the IC2 UU matter. And I do have one more of those. 10 item casings anywhere? No. Fortunately, you need tin plates, but I can turn them in this with this thing. So I need, of course, you get 2 from this craft, and you need 7 of them. Ugh, it drives me nuts. Do I have no tin? I mean, I have tin, but I don't have tin anywhere. Oh, this? No, that's in bar. I guess I don't. Let's throw this in the... Alright, so back to a canning machine. Did I not do that correct? Oh, I did. There is multiple. There's that large plate and then dense iron plate. This probably can't run with 8 of these, but it's finished before the craft is done. Alright, so that is the fluid canner. Chuck one of these underneath. Alright, there is the fluid solid canning machine. And let's go back and see what's going on. Block cutter or washing plant. This is what I was I jumped ahead here. For sure, because I kind of skipped the IC2 power, didn't I? But I will need to complete these quests, so I may craft these in between episodes, just because I'm probably not going to use them at the moment, because I'm kind of skipping ahead to nuclear power. Throw that in there. I don't know if I'll ever use that, but it's there if needed. Alright. So before I wrap up this episode, I just want to take a look at how to get the enriched nuclear fuel, which is the uranium. You can use this or these. Now, is this even... Assuming this is Nuclearcraft, which it is, yeah. Alright, so you can actually use the IC, it looks like the IC2 stuff in. You can actually put that in the Nuclearcraft Reactor, which is pretty cool, but it looks like to get this enriched nuclear fuel, I have to do your refined uranium, which I have been, but this tiny pile of uranium, which I'm going to have to get through a thermal centrifuge. But it does look like that's 100%. And this crushed. Alright, so you do get this from the... This is what I was kind of confused. I didn't know if this is how you got it. Now I'm assuming this uranium is radioactive, so I'm going to have to craft the rubber suit. I don't remember the name of it. Hazmat suit. So I think I'm probably we'll craft this up next episode, and then we will get the nuclear reactor going, we'll craft the fuel for it, and then we will go from there and start producing plutonium. Alright, but that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.